Stay tuned to Beshel News on the mass shooting, Trump's national emergency declaration, a flu season in Louisiana, parades, a pet fest, and a coastal restoration project. All coming up soon. Welcome back to Beshel News Service. I'm your host, Christian Beshel. A mass shooting leaves several injured in Aurora, Illinois, said Henry Pratt Company. The shooter is in custody, but his identity and motive remain unknown at this time. One person is confirmed dead, but that could be the shooter. I will update you as the story unfolds. President Trump signs national emergency to fight for border wall funds. Possible legal action could be underway. According to the Congressional Research Service, it mentions that the President of the United States has certain powers that can exercise certain events of a national crisis, that is not including a natural disaster, war, or near-war situations. Any dispute of this type of legality or judicially reviewed. There are 42 national emergencies in this country that previous presidents declared in the past. Flu season is upon us. Officials from Plaquemines Parish, Louisiana, reminding residents that the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention raises a warning level for Louisiana from moderate to high. They said last week at Jefferson Parish Elementary School had 122 reported cases of the flu or flu-like virus. Plaquemines Parish officials urges people to get a flu shot if they haven't already gotten one. Jefferson Parish officials and volunteers kicks off this year to make Louisiana a safe place by restoring its coast.
I didn't really know what it looked like or what actually happens with the trees.
Firefighters, police, and volunteers in Jefferson Parish are taking time out of their busy schedules to help rebuild the marsh as 5,000 Christmas trees make its way into wooden cribs. The trees will behave like a buffer zone, slowing down marsh erosion.
I mean, this is important for us to get the parish, to get our residents out to see what a coastal restoration project looks like, and to get people from behind the levees and into our coastal marsh.
And according to a U.S. Geological Survey study, it does mention land loss have been slowing down due to lack of major hurricanes and successful coastal restoration work.
Can that go down?
Here in Gene Lafitte at Caceres Marina, one volunteer did a lot of restoration work. She touches hundreds of these trees all day. She says she also threw 50 of them off the boats.
And it's also really cool to see just how many of them there are, and even just one tree per household builds up to mountains of trees that are out there now, which is awesome.
A couple more fall and that'd be it.
There we go.
This is her first time at this event. She's having a blast.
Okay.
There you go, Ricky.
And you could see all kinds of different people with all of their volunteer boats adding to that, and it just the expanse of trees went on and on and on forever.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Looking back on this event,
Are you getting on the boat? Oh no, not this time.
Julia Racine hopes her college always participates in this project when she graduates from Loyola University. Christian Beshel for Beshel News. This year's event has bigger turnout with Christmas trees than last year. For $1, one booth at Pet Fest features a kissing booth and a lot of boxer terrier dogs. And I kissed one of the dogs.
Go get a kiss. Come here. So this is Louisiana Boxer Rescue. The kissing booth raises money for Louisiana Boxer Rescue. We're a 501c3 organization, and the dogs take turns and sit here. People come by and give kisses. They give us $1, and we've made a lot of money with it through the years.
Now, this shelter carries only boxer terriers. Parades in the French Quarter and Slidell will kick off Mardi Gras this week. Crew of Bilge Parade will take place tomorrow at 12 p.m. in Slidell. The dock of Slidell off of Lakeville Drive, along Highway at Michael's Restaurant, The Landing, and Tallulah's, and on the east side of the parade route on the Firehouse on Marina Drive are great spots to catch the parade. Slidell will feature another parade tomorrow at 6 p.m. Crew of Poseidon will begin its parade route at the intersection of Berkeley Street and Spartan Drive. These parades should not be missed if you want to stay in that Mardi Gras spirit. Welcome to Beshel News weather forecast. It will be cloudy and all the way until next Monday, except Sunday it will be partly cloudy. So if you go into the parade tomorrow, you shouldn't have to worry about the rain. From Tuesday to Friday of next week, expect rain. On Tuesday, expect scattered thunderstorms. On Wednesday and Thursday, expect thunderstorms most of the day. For Friday, more scattered thunderstorms. Thanks for watching Beshel News weather forecast. Many pets are making an entrance in this year's Pet Fest to highlight the plight of homeless pets. One owner has an interesting experience at the festival.
Him barking, being like the only dog barking around here, seems everyone's looking at him.
Animal shelter officials report 66 adopted pets at Pet Fest. There could be more adopted pets near the end of the week.
This is our biggest year ever. We're seeing massive amounts of people here and with their pets as well.
One person learned something from their dog at Pet Fest, and his name is Ralph. And his owner says that he can be noisy with other dogs.
Decided to bring him to like the dog park afterwards, and then you let him run around, you can relax. He's like a half hound, she's like a half Callahoola.
Jacob Shultz adopted both dogs last year. This is the first time that the dogs is at Pet Fest.
Funniest thing is just more dog contact, them being with other dogs, watching them interact.
Jacob loves to see his dogs outside, and for them not to be cooped up at home all the time.
I love my dogs, I want them to be around other dogs.
Jacob enjoys being with his dogs. Christian Beshel for Beshel News. Now, this event had 100 adopted pets last year at Pet Fest. There could be more adoptions at the end of this week for this year. Thanks for watching Beshel News Service. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Have a nice day.